Good afternoon. I am Stephen Hunt, the field CTO and technical evangelist for Digital.ai. We were formed with the enterprise scale client in mind, and today we serve over 50% of the Fortune 500. Today I'm going to discuss why application security, also known as application protection, application shielding, or application hardening, is important to so many companies and how it might be appropriate for you. At a typical company, maybe yours, the development team uses good and secure coding practices to ensure an understandable, maintainable, and secure application. This short list contains a small set of secure coding practices from the SEI CERT division that most development teams follow. In doing so, their code is understandable, maintainable, and more likely to minimize security flaws. This development team faithfully followed these practices. They're a good team doing great work. Is this like your development teams? However, there is a problem. Actors with hostile environments and intent have not been planned for and have inadvertently been catered to. They have easy access to your code and can benefit from your team's good practices via the application executable or source provided to them in the wild. They reverse engineer your app to source, understand your intellectual property, modify it to suit their ends, rebuild it, and use it. Let's look deeper at this threat vector. Your development team builds apps with this usage view, an ideal user running the app on his trusted device. This view is taken when practicing secure coding and performing application security testing. Let's abstract the intent of the user out, as even valid users can inadvertently operate in a hostile manner. But this is only one of 4 app environment combinations, right? From Digital.ai's monitoring data for our customers' apps in the wild come the following data points. In October of 2022, 55% of our customers' apps were executed at least once inside a debugger and/or with modified code. This is an example of hostile actors modifying the apps or researching how they work. Over the course of the year, 26% of our customers' mobile apps experienced being run with a debugger attached at least once, allowing the hostile actor to override the functional behavior of the app. In the same period, a majority of mobile apps experienced one or more executions in environments where application sandboxing is bypassed and hacking tools are enabled. These are some of the hostile environments and techniques used to exploit your app's code and data. Notice the intersection of these additional Venn diagrams are all orange. They're all open to exploit. Let me also mention exploiting vulnerabilities in open source software, which has taken over many other forms of attacks as the most popular in recent years. Knowledge of your app's use of these libraries and where they're called in the code is key to this exploit. A hostile actor having access to your code is a serious threat vector. The impact of their hostile actions will be based on the nature of your app and your vertical, but all of them are bad and perhaps expensive. Thinking about your apps, is this likely to be happening to them? Let's look at a solution to these problems. Digital.ai's application security product allows you to protect your applications in the wild. Our product offers the greatest protection against reverse engineering on the market today, turning out an application that significantly reduces the hostile actor's ability to comprehend your code. It does this by removing the human comprehensible structure from the app without impacting its proper machine execution. Our RASP capabilities allow your developers to instill your apps with the ability to self-defend and self-repair, choosing which actions to take when specific threats are detected. For example, shutting down an app when it has been modified or when it is running in a debugger. Our product frustrates hostile actors' modification attempts. Using our Protect and React capabilities, our customers can, for each app, create a unique recipe for protection, targeting the most sensitive areas in the code and allowing your developers to strike the right balance between application performance and security. This recipe can be varied automatically per build, and your developers can easily vary it over time to continue to keep the hostile actor at bay. Finally, our live monitoring allows you to understand how your apps are faring in the wild, helping you understand the threats you face, where they're originating, and how your apps are reacting. This data can stream into your Security Operations Center. There is no perfect application protection. The best you can do is make it so painful for the hostile actor that they give up and find an easier target, all while being aware of the threat attempts against you. Digital.ai has the best product on the market with our three-pronged approach. Digital.ai's application security customers have stuck with us for over 15 years because our product delivers results. Let me highlight just three. First, customer A's app had compromised keys. Using our application security product with monitoring, they pushed out a new release with new keys and detected over 100 fraudulent transactions in the first week. Hostile actors are anxious to do their damage. Customer B protected and monitored an app released in 2021 and detected 330,000 unique tamper events that year. Hostile actors trying to modify some portion of the application. Finally, customer C, again a compromised key situation. After protection and with monitoring, they were preventing 2,000 attacks a day and avoided $1 million of fraudulent activity in the first year. If you believe your apps are at risk, here is how to get started back to peace of mind when releasing your apps into the wild. First, purchase the Digital.ai application security version appropriate for your implementation language and target platforms. Then take advantage of our experienced security consultants to help you protect and monitor your applications via our Code Protection Jumpstart. Your assigned consultant will help you succeed since application protection might be foreign to you. You have looked at the motivation to protect your apps in the wild. How Digital.ai has a multi-pronged approach to removing the hostile actor's comprehension of your source code. You've seen just a handful of results from customers, some of whom have been with us for over 15 years, and you've been introduced to how we enable a new customer. Do you believe you could be at risk for these types of attacks? If not, how have you mitigated this risk? Do you have an idea of the impact from a successful attack on your business through your own application? Thank you for your time and attention.